Well, good morning, everyone. Sorry about that. I clicked something, Don't touch those buttons if you don't know what they're gonna do. Well, I knew what it was gonna do, and I just had to fix it. Anyway, welcome aboard. Hope you all are having a great day. We have one planned for you. If our preliminary checks yesterday and so far today go well, have gone well, like they should have, I believe this airplane will fly today. The Rotate MD-11 right now has become a hangar queen until I get word it is either uh, working with 1.3 in X-Plane 12 or an update's come out that makes it compatible with the new update. Sorry, folks, I don't believe in going back to the last release candidate to do that. If we're going to do things, let's try to at least get an update out pretty good. Now, I'm giving the, Rotate a little bit of a cut and break like I did other companies. Um, I mean, they can't obviously be ready, but I think they should be in the loop at least as to what's going so they know what's up. But that's just me. So yeah, for now, the MD-11, both passenger and freighter, will sit in the hangar till I find out what the heck, if anything, will be done. Um, this will kind of prove to me what kind of company Rotate is. So, uh, we all know how I feel about others. So, all right. Today, the A359XWB is taking flight. I may have flown this already. The more I think about it, I'm going, I think I did. But I think maybe it was to Osaka and not to Fukai uh, airport down on the southern end. We'll see. So RJTT, for those trying to figure out where in the world are you, to FJFF. That's I'm sorry, Romeo Juliet Tango Tango to Romeo Juliet Fox Fox. I said that all wrong. It's just been that kind of day. I also, before we get rolling, and we are going to get rolling here real quick, I'm sorry for my tardiness today. A doctor's appointment that my wife had went late, um, and I was there to be able to take care of our grandchild. We all know it's a long story, but anyway, we take care of her every day. I call her the first officer, um, and so I went to help out so she could get her appointment. Couple of extra things delayed us there, and we're getting up and rolling. We may or may not get to the second scheduled flight as planned today. We'll see. Uh, but for sure, we're going to give it our best on this one. And so, with that, let's get up in the cockpit. We're going to quickly go through our pre-brief. I always like to do that so people have an idea where we're going, what the aircraft is going to be like. And I always, since I just did that snafu, yeah, we got everything right. Okay. So I know what I'm getting ready to get into. Basically is what it's boiling down to. All right, so as you can see, RJTT, RJFF, and Bad Attitude has stepped into the office. Welcome aboard. Beta 2 dropped. Of course, thank goodness. I'm not restarting the sim to get it. So we'll have to, I checked before I went online and it had not dropped, obviously. So we'll get it possibly after this flight. Thank you, Bad Attitude, for that great news. Hopefully, they fixed the rotate issue. And again, I'm thinking it's a rotate issue. The Zibo flew well yesterday. The A319 has flown really good along with the A320neo the rest of the time. So, oh, and it dropped 10 minutes ago. Cool. Well, I'll get over there. Well, you know what? I do want to check something on that, so bear with me, folks. I just realized my Discord channel should get word of it. It did not. I don't know where I put it. Where did I put it? Oh, well. We'll have to do that again. I'm going to have to make, I think, a dedicated channel just to that, and change a couple of these channels to strictly just the announcement, nothing else. Well, okay. Well, oh, you can do it either way. So how I did it the first, awesome. I think his name was Jim. Thank you for allowing people like me who think in flight level versus altitude. Thank you so much. And I'm sure a whole lot of other people like me. That's awesome. Hoping it also, whatever the dynamic was causing the Vulcan to disassociate or disconnect from the device. I have no idea what that meant. To me, it sounds like we just need to send Spock back to the planet Vulcan and that makes it work. I don't get that. So, and then a post in X-Plane said something about disconnect or turn off zinc. And zinc isn't even supposed to be a factor in the video. So anyway, oh well, that's great news that beta 2 is out. So those of you firing up your sims right now could be slightly delayed due to an update. That is awesome. I thought I did that. Beta 2. All right. Oh. Just looking over it real quick. I don't really. Yeah, I really don't see much here. They don't have the web link yet. All right. Well, thank you, Bad Attitude, for that great news. Yeah, I hear you. I have no idea what he wants. Let's find out before we get into this. Yeah, he had nothing to say. All right, so I got them all turned up. All right, let's get into this, folks. We're getting you also think in flight level? Yeah. Oh, well. Hey, as long as you tell me it's a piece of cake to fix. All right. So let's look at this. Today's flight. Now, first off, I meant to check it and I didn't. SimBrief may have a profile for the A350. Problem here is the A350 only puts on the maximum amount of 200. Is that right? Stand by. Yeah, 271. We all know this thing, especially in Japan, can pack on a lot more people. So be mindful. Also, highly recommend us in America, we suck it up. And for this airplane, especially, our Flight Factor 8 Airbus aircraft, we suck it up and we fly kilograms. Now, I know a lot of you already do that. I am not trying to be a holdout here, but kilograms give me a real hard time, especially when I drove a truck. I've told the story before where I was really overweight and I had no clue. Why? Because the documentation handed to me didn't say kilograms. It took dispatch figuring it out. It was the last thing on my mind it could be. So I'm going to be a holdout on that, but we have to for this plane. There is no way, I think, to put it into pounds. And even then, you're going to end up in places where you need to be because it doesn't fully change things. So today, payload 28,184 kilograms. Now, I think that is correct, 62,146 pounds. That's a fix if I'm not mistaken. That could have come in. I don't know if that would have been some toolkit. So that's awesome. They actually got this worded right now, I think. So we're going to focus on that zero fuel weight, though, 169,962. And probably expect us to be heavier. And we'll explain here in a minute. Trying not to put it on its tail. Trying. We may succeed. Who knows? The block fuel estimated 15,000, well, not estimated, 15,189 kilograms. All right, 271 people. That's a full load, which I already can hear y'all going, no, it's not. Yeah, I know. JAL crams. They had a special well, they didn't, but Boeing created a special Dash 400 that worked with places like Japan and the Far East. It was called the 747-400 domestic. Could hold 500 people, single class. I mean, you talk about a cattle car hauling cattle. Holy mackerel, that thing was jammed top to bottom, front to back with people and their personal items. I think they tried to get a little cargo in there. Might have fit. Hard to tell. No. But yeah, it was a special version, and that's because just so many people travel over here in the Far East. So it's amazing. We're planning 6,700 kilograms of fuel. Our focus, though, will be the zero fuel weight. Hang on a sec. I'll get him in it later. Cost index 151. Thank you, dispatch. We're going up to 40,000. Wow. It's not that long of a flight. But thank you. We should be able to make it. Yeah, looking at the map just right here, top of climb, because Tokyo's like right about here. Top of descent there. Oh yeah, plenty of room. So we'll see how that works out. Weather for the day. Oh wait, that's not the weather. That is Tokyo Airport. 34 right is our departing runway. There's the weather. And a direct cross. Gotta love it, but it's variable, so it's just a little puff in the air. 050, 5,000, base of the few clouds. 10 degrees. Ooh, could that spell fog? Oh my. Oh my. And out there in Fukuoka. I'm trying my hardest, folks. Really am. Fukuoka. Anyway, their wind currently is showing 160.5. We have a potential, as you can see, the bottom line there, temporary 290. We'll see how this goes, but with the 4-knot tailwind, I think we'll be okay. Broken at 4,200, overcast at 7,000, at least a pretty good separation, and the air is stirring up with that 5-knot wind. Hopefully things don't change. Good thing is the sun's about to break real time, so maybe that'll avert any fog there. Tokyo could potentially see fog. All right, so with that, we're already online. We are flying this flight on VATSIM. We've been on the ATC, couple of flights, 3. We were trying for 4, but we only got 3 out of it. And we're going to go ahead, since things are usually pretty calm here. Plus, we're not 100% sure how this plane will work. Tested it last night. So far, we've been on with it close to 45 minutes right now. And we have been streaming 20 of that. So I think we may have a winner here. We'll land in Fukuoka, and then we'll say winner, winner, chicken dinner. Not now. We're really trying. Japan, please forgive me how badly I butcher names. All right, we're just setting things up, getting Sim Toolkit away, and you all, I hope, aren't laughing at me, but with me, right? Please say yes. One thing I am looking forward to one day. One day we'll have the taxi camera. I don't know why. I haven't tried this in X-Plane 11. I know that's where it started. But that's one thing I would love to see. Do I have a HUD? And is it working? This is the next question. I don't think so. If it is, I don't know how to get it down here, so we're not going to worry about it. You know what? I meant to fly with the HUD on that last flight, yesterday into Charleston. Oh, that's right. We ended up with pretty decent weather instead of what was forecasted. So, all right. Well, anyway, enough of that. We have the Sim Toolkit overlay up. Let's see what he wants. Well, step outside. It's very cold. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, I was about ready to say, are we in trouble? We'll let it go. All right. Let's do this. Now, before we get started, let me kind of take you around the plane. It's an Airbus. So when you come in, the first things you want to do, get these 4 switches up and going. They're your batteries. And then I go ahead for sure on the electric panel. Any white lights go away. Come down, any white lights on the air area go away. Finally, there was a couple in the pressurization and all down here. I get those. I set my lighting and then come down to our OIS. And I'll be honest, I don't know what it means, but it basically gives us a lot of great stuff, including if you take it on a long haul, you can read the user guide in that little itty bitty screen. So a lot of neat things here.
initial descent of flight level 110 and expect the RF approach runway runway 34 right at Tokyo. And we'll commence initial descent 110,000.
All right, so let's 0 and 0. And I think if we go with 3. All right, now our 0 fuel weight is right now 177.62 metric tons. So call it 177,200 kilos. Poor kids just are, the 7-month-old has a real bad head cold. I mean, just anytime we touch her nose now, this has been going on all week, she just erupts in tears. And I mean, I get it. She has no clue what's going on. But, oh, it's just, poor kid. All right, so there we go with this. I'm going to go to fuel first. Fuel is a little tricky on this plane. Now, we said we're uplifting 15,189 kilos. So pay attention to where it says fuel on board. Okay. Destination fuel. That's your en route. So it's 9,053 kilos. Alternate. Now that you're going to have to go to your briefing preview. That was silly. Hang on. I was really silly. No. Back. Thank you. Then to click show detail.
And Tokyo traffic signal
Stand by.
The expecting the Arosa to Charlie right. And
That's one way to not have to hear them. Oh, people, come on, learn. Anyway, 1,880. Contingency for today. I do the 45 minutes, so that's 3,700. So 3700. APU time in minutes will go 30. It's not running yet. Taxi time 30 to include 20 here, 10 there. And let's take a look. Okay, we were to block out with 15,189, and we're currently at 16,290. I think we're good. Implement. All right, now let's go back to passengers. Hopefully, we're not going to our tail. Ha ha, we got it right. Oh my goodness, that is always a challenge here. But again, it shows you the breakdown. We have 18 crew members, 19 first, 36 business, and 198 in the KATL section. All right, that's a good start. We're not on our tail. Usually we're sticking up in the air and I got to do some fixing. All right, that's great. We're loaded. Now, let me make sure. Now, under options, you can put your SimBrief user numeric ID in to give the ability to load your plan. Cabin announcements, all of that are there. Ground service, and pushback if you want to use this. I'm going to be using better pushback. It actually did pretty good yesterday. So, and we have a perf calculator. Sometimes if you click that white cursor button, he's going to say, "It's awful dark in here, Captain. Turn the cabin lighting up." It's just like, that's your job. Not the captain's job. Well, over there it might be anyway, because culturally. Okay, so we're loading, as you can hear. So we're going to continue on and start with the other systems. First thing we're going to do is go to Serve, Controls, set a 2000 squawk. Now, those of you in the TOLUS A330-900 Neo, this panel isn't there. Okay, this FMC setup is not there. However, this radio is, and it's much better, much easier to use, and much more intuitive. Now, this is a newer, or I don't even know who's newer, what. We're not playing that game. But we're going to go through here. Currently, I've turned off the speaker because I don't want to hear someone telling me a mile by mile update of where they are. So we'll go on. That gets our Mode C turned on. Auto will turn it off, just so you know. You can leave it in standby for now, and you can leave it normal above, below. And then put your radar equipment in the proper setups. Terrain for your TWAS, GPWS, GPS mode, and flap mode all turned on. Then go back to FMC. Oh wait, we got one more thing to do and then we'll be there. Come down here, you got System 1, System 2, System 1, System 2. And there's your weather, your transponder, and you have some quick stuff here as well. Soon, these will be working, and boy, there's a lot of people looking forward to that. The weather radar. Real world aircraft actually has a keyboard and a mouse, believe it or not. Unfortunately, we just do it our way. All right, FMC. Let's go to init. Company flight plan request. This only works if you went to the options panel where it says SimBrief and stuck your numeric account number in there. You go to SimBrief, you go to accounts, and you'll find it there. Okay, I think, oh yeah, this is the one. If you already noticed, that is not accurate, but headwind on your trip, 200 knots. A headwind, 200 knots. Holy mackerel. No, it isn't that bad, folks. However, I've never gotten the wind to actually pull it up correctly. So, I don't know. Now, let's head up and get these IRSs doing their thing. The bad thing is we can't tell what they're doing. It's not telling me anything. So what I do is go to IRS. There's the lat lawn. We are in... Oh, I think that's 34, but hang on. I didn't think to write down my gate. No, we're in 14. Okay. Now, the reason I did that, we're Terminal 1, Gate 14. We're going to go to, and I'm going to bring this in now, charts. Okay, we're going to come over here to chords. This may or may not work. Look up Gate 14, 3532.9. Oh, cool. 139, 47.0. Oh, crud. 47.0. Enter. It didn't take it. Align it. All right, so it's aligning to this. It's aligning on a GPS position. So, and then we'll just click return. Departure. We don't have one. Why is that? Bear with me. Direct tiara. Gotta be a departure. Three, 4 right. Okay. Okay, we're going to do the tiara to Charlie. So that means we're going to turn for Toram, Pluto, Kaji, Intel, Lair, Tiara. Okay, so we're going runway 34 right, SID, Tiara to, let me make sure. All right, we are Charlie, right? To Charlie. Okay, so to Charlie. And no trans. Enter. Okay, so as you can see, it's doing exactly what we're used to in any other Airbus. It's just a computer screen instead of the actual device. Okay. And then real quick to let you see how we're doing this, we'll just use charts real quick here, and then we'll back it up watching it on the screens here. Okay. So we've got it. Accra. Oh, okay. I did this one. Accra, EDOG, EOD, Intel, Layer tiara. Perfect. All right, now. Where are my little... There they are. And you can... Actually... Perfect. All right, so, and then we're out to Goose Row, I think. We'll see. And we are. Okay. Then we just kind of follow the routing here. Goose Row, Y20, and so forth. To Kirin, Hawks, east for 3-4. Here's where it's gonna be tricky. That wind hasn't shifted yet. We may end up coming in 1-6. Yeah, 1-6. Had to do a quick check. So what we'll do is check our routing. Now, the up-down arrows you're used to over here, they're right here. That's what took me a second to find them. And we're looking for discontinuities. Yeah, this is going to be a little delayed takeoff. Okay, so here we are at Kirin. Now I'm going to bring charts in again, because here's where you guys can get an idea that, hey, this is a pretty doggone good program. Yeah, you know, it just adds a little to your, oh, get rid of that, to your subscription. Now, we're set up for this. Now, look at this. I don't think, have any ATC to help us here. So we're now looking at a 170 at 6. Let's go ahead, plan this, and hope for the best. The clouds are at least helping us to be able to see the airport if we have to go visual. 27 minutes old, and it's still saying becoming 320 at 6. So we'll kind of go with this. So now what do we do here? Just like any other Airbus, instead of clicking Align Select CLI, we're clicking here. What I'd love to see, and I have a feeling I know well, I don't know exactly how to work, but that big hump is a mouse. And you're moving that arrow with a ball, which sounds very complicated. But I don't know. I don't fly them. Arrival. Planning 3-4. All right. We're going to plan 3-4, even though currently it's a 6-knot tailwind. Legal, but it is what it is. Now we can shoot the RNAV. Let's see. I'm waiting on the chart. Okay, that is just... There it is. So we could come in off Dazi or Daze to Hawks and in, or fly the ILS from Hawks. So we'd come down and make the turn for Hawks. Let's just go ahead, do the RNAV. Oh, wait, I wanted it to be... There we go. I wanted it to get to today. That way we could do the turn in. All right. So how do we set that up? We go over here to approach. RNAV, DAZAI, DAZAI, star is, hang on, Hawks East. Okay, and are there any transitions? No, hit it. And there the route is, insert, and again we got to go click, 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 making sure no. Okay. So you can see Kieran, Itoda down here and in. Again, this could change to somehow where we line up on this way. We'll see. Currently, that's the game plan. All right, charts. All right, so we left off at Curran. So Itoda, KAHOC. And we're again just looking for discontinuities. Looks good. All right, now missed approach is the blue. Out to. Oh, disregard. That is now taking us to Nagasaki. Yeah, Nagasaki for our alternate. Okay, we're all set, ready to go. Okay, next up on the McDo. Okay, we got the radios, units, depart, arrival, flight plan checked, IRS is aligned, takeoff performance. How about, well, let's see, I think fuel load, everything looks good. I am going to go ahead, crank up the EPU now. Bad thing is it doesn't tell me anything about the APU unless I click APU down here. I don't know how to get this thing to put it up there automatically. The flap's open. Starting. Oh, it's already available. Okay, we need to turn on the APU gen and the bleed. Turn off our external power. I meant to turn the fuel pumps off, forgot. Okay. Now we can go here, click ground service. Okay, and we'll leave it there, and then I'm going to kind of cracks me up because it makes you think It's a cargo plane with all that clanking and clunking. All right, so we're just about ready to go. Let's head back down here, finish up the FMC, and we'll be ready to go. Perf. And now I'm going to move it pretty much like right about here. Airplane. Perf. Okay, runway slope. Since I haven't figured it out, 0.0. Flap setting, 2. Enter. And there we go. 137, 137, 140. Flexing at 70. Works for me. All right, so flex. I don't know how to set it for Toga. So, you know, I just go flex all the time. 140, click. All right, flaps 2, 39%. And I think we're good. Transition level. Just checking. 14,000. Okay, cool. We're ready to go. Now, if you do get into a bind, folks, and the checklist, I am using Q8's checklist from a tutorial he did. I can't remember which one. It was V1.68 Sid Star full tutorial on YouTube. Great to a point. It stops, and if Q8 hears me, I doubt it, but he might, it stops it before landing. So, just so you know, there is a checklist right here. You can walk through it, and if you're unsure, you know, you got it. But we should be about right here before pushback. So you can see there was quite a few procedures. Now, somebody, I believe, took the time to pull all of these checklists out, line them up so you can follow them on a text, notepad text, or word text wordpad. So thank you, whoever might have done that. I've got the name, but I don't remember offhand. I don't use it much, but again, it's there to help you. That's what I use these, especially if you don't fly this plane day in, day out. Okay, so we're at takeoff. We've got that. Now, if you, oh, this is the calculator, my bad. So yeah, we loaded the FMC and controls transponder set, and we should be ready to go. Now, what I do when I'm ready, close them all. That way, if I forgot something the other way, guess what? It's gone. Stairs, chocks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain and crew would like to welcome you on board this Airbus A350. If you haven't already done so, please stow your carry-on luggage underneath the seat in front of you, or cabin and overhead bin. The flight crew will do everything possible to make your flight comfortable and enjoyable. Xplane.org, OneSim.com, and RAMZ's Aviation Design wish you a pleasant flight experience.
Okay. We're only going to play a few of those, folks. Don't think I'm going through that list. To help us out, yes, we do have a old style McDo. Which I primarily use for flying to find top of descent, all of that stuff. But overall, that's it, folks. What it takes to get it going. And the only other thing I think I have not played with yet are the charts. All right, so let's do it. Knob next. Whoa, I missed something. What's this? Knob next to APU. Oh. The knob next to the APU bleed that they refer to in the checklist from Q8. That's your cross feed. Wow. We're gonna go high flow. We're ready to go. Let's do it. Push back, push back. Hang on, let me look at the airfield to make sure I got this right. We are going to push facing. Okay, got it. So let's go up here, grab plugins, better push back.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Oh, you don't want to know that, sir.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
I think I wiggled it. All right, well, we'll see. But yeah, we're ready to go, folks. I didn't realize I had flaps out. I have a feeling I think I know what happened. I think my granddaughter hit a button. That's awesome.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Clear to connect. Okay, doors closed, ground equipment, beacon light on. Maybe. Here we go. ACARS on. Since I may not get the other flight today, we'll go ahead. Maybe. There it is. Skip and Smart Cars 3 fired up. Flight. Go.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay, I've got transmit receive on. We're on 122.8. Pushing back. Clear. Make sure the area is all clear. There we go.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
And from here, folks, it starts like any other Airbus. Okay. So, turn your switch on. Bad thing is you... Oh, we got to get back on... Actually, I'm going to engine. See if I get a veil here. I don't know if I've tried that. And number 2.
Haneda traffic 0525 coming to the LARZZ for right. Haneda traffic on the pond at 334 through flight level 170 inbound ILS Yankee, runway 34 right, Haneda traffic. Haneda traffic Air France 163 stand 5 starting pushback Haneda.
Unless you saw a veil, I did not. Unless I'm looking maybe in the wrong spot. But I did not see it. Everything appears stable. Let's get number 1 fired up. And again, as reported by Bad Attitude earlier in the stream, Beta 2 for this is out. So if you're flying it or flew it and want to report, let me know. Love to know. Because this will be, for now, the only flight of the day because of lengthy appointments.
Upon 226 is the same view as Zach 2 Hotel. Arrival for runway 24 right. Haneda traffic.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, so altimeter. Altimeter reading here. 1013 in the box. Good deal. Cleared to disconnect. Engine mode to norm engine, okay. And up here for the APU, first off, while I'm here...
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Okay, they're armed when they're fully forward and you see a triangle here. It is kind of screwy, but that is how it is. Now we'll go up, grab the APU bleed, and master. Flap set, speed brakes armed. Okay, RTO is difficult in here. Yes, but actually the RTO is easy. You just push a button, turn your anti-skid on. You're all set to go. So signs are on. Double check. I don't think they are. Wing lights on. And cockpit door. Locked. Okay, we're ready to taxi. Haneda traffic, JAL taxi to runway 34 right. I forgot my call sign. 305. That's JAL 305 234 right. Oh, I got strobes on. Hang on. I got to figure out what I did wrong. Or is it because my... it was because I had my brake.
Haneda traffic, Subaru 525, short final 3, alright.
Really did not expect this much business. Guess everyone figured out where I was. Hey, there's where's flying with Mike's been hiding. No, I know better. Although, according to the chart, oh yeah, I could have. If so we'll get out here, do our thing. We turn. Actually, we'll go to, oh yeah, we'll turn here at Gulf. Okay, let's start looking at getting ready for takeoff. Okay, taxi buttons are on. Taxi lights, runway, okay.
Haneda traffic, Air France 163, giving way to the Japan right left, then taxiing point runway 34 left, Haneda traffic. Narita traffic, Japan Air 447 on final runway 34 left, Narita traffic.
Okay, so we're going up Hotel all the way to Echo.
Traffic, Cebu 525 will be landed runway 34 right and will right on Charlie 11.
So again, hope y'all are having a great day. And hope if any of you are in Beta 2, let me know what you're reporting. If any of you by chance are flying the rotate, oh, I would love to hear how it did.
525 located on 34 right.
Nice skyline there.
Haneda traffic, Cebu 525 heavy will taxi to Championship via Echo 1 2. Left on Echo, Belgians.
Haneda traffic Air France 163, line up and take off runway 34 left, departure to northeast. Haneda traffic.
All right, let's get our takeoff checks done, and then we are ready to go. Strobe lights will be on, landing lights, wing lights are already on, throttles to flex, and we'll be set and ready to go.
Untitled traffic on upon 334, about 30 miles out from 34 right. We'll call back from fully established via left Yankee 34 right. Better traffic.
All right, we just got a little ways to go. We're going to use the whole runway, even though we'll probably be up so quick. But thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike. If you like what you're seeing, smash that follow button. Love to have you aboard on our next flight. Hopefully it will be flight number 2 today. Maybe a little after dinner, but we'll see. Also, if you're catching this on YouTube, smash that like and subscribe. We'd love to let you know when the next video's out. All right. Oh, we have a displaced threshold, so we'll go full length. Haneda traffic, JAL 345 departing 34 right.
Haneda traffic Air France 163, airborne 34 left, Haneda.
All right, now I haven't done this yet. Let's give it a try. Oh, sweet. Okay, let's clear that. We'll be back. Takeoff config checked. Don't think I ran it. There we go. Clear for takeoff. Put LS on. We'll line up, put the brakes on, do a quick rundown here. Enter marker. Okay. Constraints. Okay. Over here we want terrain. And for now, constraints. Also want you. Here we go. Okay, SRS runway flex 70 alive. Airspeed alive 80. Verified.
Haneda traffic air upon 226 is going to go direct to cream for the Atlas pressure 824 right. Should be no factor with the inbound traffic.
V1. Rotate. Haneda traffic, sorry for the delay, JAL 345 airborne. Hey, Matt, I am beta 1. So if you've turned on your flight sim, you'll be beta 2 if you're updating. But welcome in, sir. Welcome. So far, so good with this plane. Oh, I was trying to figure out what's going on with my airplane. I heard someone say they were printing, but it sounds weird under the headphones. Okay, we'll go up flaps 1. Also, if you did not know this, folks, most of North America now, that would be VAT USA, VATCAN, Caribbean, Mexico, and I think I'm missing one, are all now on CTAF. So if you're in those regions, so basically North America, start looking .CTAF to get your frequency while on the ground. Okay, oh, I know why. That guy behind here didn't set an altitude of 40,000. Dragging his feet out of here. It's just a lot different than I'm used to. Okay, we're making the turn and headed out. All right, I'm back, folks. Hang on. We got to do that. He's probably mad I didn't let him do the safety.
Untitled traffic on upon 324 fully vacated, 34 right, Charlie 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, we request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. When the seatbelt sign illuminates, you must fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting one into the other, and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper ring of the button. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened around the flight, as we may experience an injury.
Oh, Fuji. And is that Fuji? Uh-oh. Missed that. Okay, now now I have not tried the flight sim setting up my route. What I do is I've set up my route in SimBrief, copied it, pasted it into the flight plan. The ATC is downright awesome to use, but I have not tried their auto generation. There's also, if you go to the Discord channel there, Matt, I have a link to a manual they have out now for the ATC. So it was really good. Yesterday's flight, well, both of them, to be honest.
Needed traffic, air upon 226 is inbound, establishing the airlift approach runway 34 right.
Anyway, the ATC, even for the Heathrow to Zurich before both crashed to desktops, was phenomenal. The Nashville to Charleston, South Carolina, phenomenal. The only one we had trouble with, and I'm just going to have to dig into the manual, is going to Harrisburg. The Sanford to Harrisburg. Give me a second here to get caught up. There we go. We passed transition. We got to Harrisburg. It cleared us the I-31 or 32, whatever the runway is there to the north. I don't know what that meant because it's not on the approach chart or the arrival. Well, there is no arrival. So I ended up losing ATC on it. And then it wanted to do VORs. It wouldn't let me change to the ILS. It was just, you know, where you want to go back to the days of FSX and a century of flight. You want to pull your hair out because it won't let you do things. I don't have much hair to pull out, so I try to keep as much what I have. But the other flights have gone spectacularly. So I need to get into that manual and understand. I think what it wanted me to do was to turn for the initial, even though that's technically not proper, but it is, you'll really like it. And I put this out before. We're on VATSIM today, folks, so on this flight. If you're new to aviation, if you're new to flight simming, and you do want to get on to VATSIM, I would first recommend in X-Plane 12 fly a couple flights with the ATC. Try one VFR, try one IFR mini. That way you get the lingo, even in the real world. I highly recommend this. It gets you in that mindset of what to expect. Even the VFR guys can learn a lot. I mean, what I hear on VATSIM, they would learn a lot. And then take that to the real world, alter it slightly, because you probably will have to, and you're golden then with the radio. Not flying the plane, but hey, you got one of the biggest fears out there killed, and that is talking on the radio. I said this yesterday. I'd have to talk with Hawker 125 a little more on this, and he would understand why. I would almost, if there is a way, try to find a way to use this in airport training for communicating on the ground. Now, of course, I don't know if the sim is capable of that, but you could learn a lot in ground movement training from this ATC. So it's really, really good, folks. I mean, I don't think I can say it enough. So if you'll excuse me, I got to get back to the plane here. Move the spoiler lever. Okay, till the triangle goes away, and then check. I did that once, and lo and behold, I had spoilers up. So always check. I know, the real guys do that. Don't you know that? They walk back and look out the windows. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Okay, spoilers are down. Okay. I'm kidding. That would almost terrify people if the captain came back. Just looking out the window, don't worry. Okay. And then, well, what's wrong, sir? Nothing to worry about. So, all right. Well, give me a second. I'll be right back, folks.
Airplane 226 is vacated 34 right. News traffic.
Haneda traffic, runway for 613, taxiing via Echo, runway 05 for departure, 787.
All right, folks, sorry about that. There's a little bit of additional stuff going on here that I'm not going to get into on stream, but I wanted to get up to speed on. So anyway, we're on our way. It looks like about an hour to Fukuoka Airport. Sorry, I have to say it that way. It's the only way I can pronounce this with any justice. Sorry, folks of you in Japan. I'm trying. I really am. So, but anyway, we're on our way. We're just about to cruise. And it has been, that was actually pretty decent. I mean, I'm still trying. I mean, the MD-11 I can bring up pretty quick, as we saw yesterday with the first crash to desktop. A lot of these aircraft, I can really have them up and going in less than 30 minutes. And pretty close to where I'm at the runways on some of them. I like to take my time so those who may be thinking about a plane can see the steps if they want to follow them all. So anyway, let's get rolling on down the road. I want to check a couple things out here. I didn't know I had this, so bear with me. See what happens with this one. Oh, hang on. Move this here. Oh, I thought I clicked there. I didn't. It's my moderator screen. And again, welcome aboard, everyone. I'm glad to have you here. And let's try this out. I remember this being added, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Exclamation mark fun facts. I remember Duluth Fly has helped me a lot here this year with both Discord and my stream, and I want to send out a huge thank you to him. And matter of fact, as well as
there you go. There you go, baby. You're welcome, sweetheart. Good work.
And Bad Attitude has helped out a lot too. He was the one on right at the beginning, chatted in that Beta 2 was available.
Here we go.
Oh, that's them, the semis. Oh, anyway, folks, check them out. And if you do follow their channels, they are really, really great. And a huge thank you to them. They have really helped me out of a couple of jams I got into, and helped clean things up, and appreciate it all. So we now have that thing called Fun Facts. The first one we did said, oh, probably easier here. Okay, maybe not. Holy mackerel. The first one, again, exclamation mark fun facts. No hit on channel points. I'd like to get it set up. trying to help get some things out here with channel points, because I know some of you have a whole lot and really want to use them in these long flights. The first computer was invented in the 1940s, and that is true. And it would basically take up an entire gymnasium. In my computer classes back in the 80s, they talked about these. I can't remember. He was instrumental in helping to start a little company you may have heard of. You would have back in the 80s, early 90s. Today, maybe not so much. International Business Machines. Oh, if you don't know it by that, you might know it by IBM. Yeah, they became something out of that. Oh wow, I like that fun fact thing. I'm gonna have to use it more often. But yeah, the first computers were back in the 1940s. So, and gymnasium probably bigger than that. So they were very, they were enormous. We would call them today supercomputers, especially the days I was a computer operator with electronic data systems. They was the mainframe days. So just as PCs were really beginning to gain a foothold, they were probably at the 282 level at that point. And so they were beginning to come into being. Unfortunately, everything I learned for mainframes just really didn't apply to desktops. Not at all.
Aircraft on 34 right, expect your departure, there's an aircraft on 5.
Oh boy, really? You know, that's the thing with VATSIM I don't like. Anyway, we're not going down that road. It's been a rocky day today. We had the reason for the late start, we had a very late running appointment with a doctor's appointment for my wife. So nothing bad. Before people ask, and thank you if you do. But it just ran late. That's all. Later than expected. Then a couple of other things, like I hadn't ate all day. That had to come into play. So anyway, we're on our way. I'm glad to have you aboard. We got about another 55 minutes to go. Let's get the lights that we have never turned off. And all right, and we are in cruise flight, folks, looking at everything. We did have weather. It is working on this aircraft. I'm going to make sure, yeah, as long as you have the 4 green lights here. Oh, I know one thing I haven't done. TCAS isn't on. Okay, remember, I told you in yeah, everything's good now. Okay. Why is that not changed? Hang on. All right, let me... All right, we'll check it out here. Okay, I don't know how to get rid of it. Unless the alignment didn't happen? All right, give me a second here. I'm wondering. Okay, everything looks good. I don't know why down here it's not looking all that great. Huh, okay. Something didn't go right. Hang on, I'm looking at my gross weight. All right, well, we're looking fine. I don't know why that's the way it is. Okay. Anyway, we're looking at about 229 miles. Kind of curious, for the fun of it. Okay, hang on, another thing just cropped up. Anyway, we're on our way. Thank you again for being a part of Flying with Mike. We love having you here. And sorry I got wrapped up in that, trying to figure out why we're GPS primary. Okay. Probably normal. I just don't remember it because the other side is clear. Huh, it is there too. Alright, I wished I'd have caught that before takeoff. Alright, let's start thinking about the arrival. We all know, first and foremost, let's check that wind. It was supposed to change on us and still has not. Still says becoming. Let me see if I can't narrow down something here. TAF. All right. Looks like we are going to have that 140 for our arrival. However, between 21:23, it should switch. And we should be 21:21. So hopefully it does that change. I'm still going to go ahead and shoot it. Unless ATC comes on and says, no, you're not. So, top of descent, about 150 or so miles ahead of us. So enjoy the ride, folks. We're getting pretty much closer to the end of this checklist. But that's fine. Worst case scenario, I'll pick it up over here. But anyway, we're going to go to Kirin, Itota, K-Hawk, Daze, and then in on the RNAV. 3-4. Enjoy. Hey, Papusik. Welcome. What do I think about the Phenom 300? I do not have it. So I would have to confer with Hawker 125, our aficionado of GA BizJets, to see if he's flown it. And I know he flies the SF-50. What was the other one? I think one of the Phenoms he did fly, and he enjoyed it. So I pretty much just hang with the Citation 10 that comes with X-Plane. And, oh my gosh, I love that plane when I do fly it. I don't fly it as much. I kind of like the airliners more, but when I do get that itch, that's the one I usually head for, BizJet-wise. It's gonna be a fun arrival. Oh, excuse me. All right, looking over here. Oh, excuse me, man. Wow, we're getting 0.87 for a en route cruise. Wow, that's not bad. 44 minutes to go, folks. Oh yeah, I'm having some fun here. And the reason I don't have the route up here, I don't know how to get it to load in here. So, calling on all A350 pilots with the flight factors. A350, love to learn so I can have the route up here. I don't know how to get that in here. Okay, are we gonna get scared and a person's right there? Oh yeah. Ah! Oh, for an airplane that's supposedly full, sure didn't load that many people. I'll have to look into that. But enjoy the flight, folks. We're going to keep the in-flight music off. We only have probably 20 minutes at best. Trying to see. My only thing that I don't like is I can't find where top of descent is. Oh, okay. I'm not expecting it here at all, folks. Wonder why it didn't fill in any of that. Interesting. All right, well, again, this is what I use it for, 156.
turn and left base to west of the island, runway 34 left.
Not sure what we did, but we somehow got the IRS aligned. I wouldn't trust those coordinates.
I need a traffic grid upon DG6 switching Romeo.
Let's take a look down where we're headed. Oh, just me. Cool. Ah, there's a flight I need to do again. All right, I gotta write that one down. Sorry about that, folks. I forgot I had muted my mic. Yeah, we're back from our rounds. We're putting in our winds. We're gonna stick with the 3-4, 3-4 approach. Even though we got a 5-knot tailwind. Winds are still 150 at 6, and we can do a 5-knot. That's not bad. Outside is 11. We entered 10-0-19. Won't let us put the radio, which is your radar altimeter, in, so we'll go 372. Transition looks good. Our approach speed will be 135 and land at 130. There's your flap speeds up above that. Okay, so all right, we're set for the approach. Currently 60 miles out. We'll start our descent here shortly. So I hope you all have enjoyed. It's been a fun ride. So far so good. I mean, the MD-11 gave us some problems, but overall, most of the fleet appears to be running pretty decent. Now, I say that, and I haven't checked the A320 with flight factor. That'll be after beta 2. But all right, so descent checks. Let's see what we got here. LS button set. Go ahead and put the Q on. ILS frequency we're not using. We'll put the initial descent altitude. Kieran at or above 12, so we'll set for a minimum of 12. Okay, and work it from there. Hope you all are ready for the landing here. We will not be able to get that second flight in. I know in Discord I said time possibilities, but we'll be looking at if we're able to fly it maybe after 6 o'clock Central, which would be midnight Zulu. So we'll take a look at it. We'll see. Just right now, no promises on it. And if, you know, worst case scenario, we'll reschedule for another day. We got a Heathrow to Zurich, and it may be a Indy to Minneapolis. So we'll see. But anyway, let's get this first. Let's deal with the flight we're on now. We're doing real, I mean, X-Plane 12 Beta 1 here on the 1.3. It's doing really good. We're not running the ATC on this. You know, after the last couple of flights, I'm getting very close to wanting to turn on the AI. I'm just kind of hesitant because of what it did to my frame rates. I would love to be able to make it like we could in flight FSX or a Century of Flight, a percentage instead of a all-out 100% on us, a couple. You know what I'm saying? 2 or 3, you know, what your frames, what your computer can handle. Now, theoretically, it should work fine, but theoretically, in actuality, is always different. Let's do this again. We had fun with it the first time. That's pretty cool. Scotland has over 400 words to refer to snow. Interesting. That's kind of a cool little thing. So, thank you there, Duluth. All right, so top of descent, I think, yep, it's coming on the map now. So we get it to 20, we'll begin our descent. All right, so auto brakes, oh, here's the fun one. This is different, and one of those things I want to find out how real. Actually, if I remember right, I can see it from here. Length of runway. Um, 9,000 feet. I'm gonna go with break 3. And this could become an interesting animal here. Now, you know, we're used to all of the fun buttons we push. This actually, to a video we would watch every year at the airport, kind of brings that video home. If Hawker 125 was here, he'd see this. And if he watches the video, he'll catch it at the end. Okay, so your braking, your auto brakes are the outer one here. Okay, you see it moving that? The braking action, here's the funny part. I don't mean to be nitpicky, but runway condition and braking action are almost synonymous. Runway condition is what we reported in the operation side with our Beaumonks of 333, 325, you know, different where your touchdown, midpoint, and rollout, what pilots could expect braking action wise on the runway. So, but runway condition, that has no it's just worded wrong, and I'm sure it's worded. This is not a gig on Flight Factor. Don't think I'm going there. No, I would like to see the real one, and I'm sure it says exactly that. And wow, they're almost identical what they're saying. Instead of one being the auto brake, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you set your brakes to, and braking action telling you, okay, the runway is this. However, it just, that's wild. Oh, all right, we're 20 minutes. Let's do the before. Yeah, it is wild. Interesting, the terminologies.
We would like to remind you that cushions and blankets are to be left in your seats. Thank you.
Okay, so 10 miles will start the descent. Matter of fact, let's go ahead. Here we go, headed down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you that use of all electronic devices during descent and landing is prohibited as it may interfere with the navigational equipment. Thank you.
I'm going to tell you one thing. I really kind of like this nav display here with the vertical profile as well. Let me get into center here. Yeah, I know I did these once, and oh, I don't think this is, oh, no, 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 no. Don't want to switch anything. But yeah, I did some switching here. Oh, that was not good. Also, this OIS screen shows something, but only when we're in a darkened cabin. It's useless. I wish they would have made them both functional and maybe attached AvTab to it. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, let's grab AvTab. 40 frames a second, that's not bad. All right, so let's get this bird in there, shall we? Thank you again for flying with us. Please, if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't done so as of yet, hit that follow button here on Twitch. If you're watching us on YouTube, we would love for you to hit that like and subscribe. But thank you all so much for being a part of Flying with Mike. It is a true honor every day to step in front of this microphone and try to impart some knowledge. Some people tell me it might be better if I tried to talk, but it's hard to talk when there's not many to talk to, or I guess I should probably bring Discord up more often, but it gets sometimes very confusing for me. So, but thank you all so much for being a part here. Okay, there we go into the descent. All right. So I hope you all have some plans laid out for your upcoming weekend. It is Thursday, Friday Eve, which most call Thursday, but I heard that a few months ago and it kind of just stuck. But yeah, it is Friday Eve, folks. Your weekend, for those that get the weekends off, I hope you have a great weekend planned. Thank you, and stay safe. But yes, the weekend is coming up. Okay, 29,000. Well, I'm gonna ask it just for curiosity's sake. How many of you out there have gotten 2024 that released this week? And your thoughts on it? Now, I am gonna tell you right now, I have no plans of visiting or even thinking about it. But just curious your thoughts. I've heard a lot of negative out there from some people, but then I see some streamers acting like not a problem. So I don't know which rumors, innuendos to believe. Oh no, the first officer has arrived again. Do you know you put my flaps down? What's that wire for?
It's lights.
Oh,
It's got some lights.
okay. Yeah, I'm still on speaker. Come here, girlfriend. You want to fly the plane? Do I get to fly? Oh, cord. There we go. There you go. It's your plane. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. The first officer has control. So if the plane goes upside down, we're in trouble.
Go crazy, go crazy.
But yes, we are not muted. She is right here. She's very happy. Oh, her owl feet are up. Very happy. Very happy 7-month-old. That's right, she's almost 8 months old.
What, week and a half? Yeah.
Hold off talking. 18 more seconds. Then we'll be out of the ad break. All right, folks. We've come out of the ad break, those of you who haven't subscribed. And we have the first officer on the deck. So far, the airplane is flying straight and level. Well, descending. She hasn't hit the wrong button yet.
Not gonna talk today.
Not gonna talk for us.
We need to probably go get a bomb. Maybe get a bottle, milk.
All right, we're getting close to our first turn, which is fine. Papa. Anyway, she is having fun.
Ready? Papa.
She wants, I want back. You don't want your bottle?
Little Papa. She's like, no, I want to fly.
Oh, it's so funny in here. That's hilarious. Anyway, first officer, the 7-month, almost to be 8-month-old youngin, headed to get to the galley for a bottle. What's in the bottle, we will not discuss. Sorry, folks. All right, we're about 10 minutes out. So if you haven't done so already, now is that time. Okay, Kieran, I think we're doing pretty good on the profile here. Itoda is next, and we need to be between 10 and 8,000 on it. I still can't remember if we've been to this airport. I'll have to dig through my files and find out. Okay, we'll set 8,000 now. Actually, I'm going to go take us all the way down to 5. All right, and we said 1019. That's the only one of those things I don't like about Flight Factor. Okay, we got the clouds, and we are going to need to take over speed, it looks like. All right, we're on a nice descent into our destination. We may have to go open. Okay, we're starting in, folks. Perfect. Oh, we can't see the airport just yet. However, since we have control of the speed, okay. All right, we are, let's see, anything out the window? Oh, there's the airport right there. Pretty sure. So we could go visual if we needed to, so. Fukuoka Airport, JAL 305 over K-Hawk inbound 434. Just take a look here and see. Auto brakes armed. Okay, we'll be Setting our speed here as we come around. Next up will be 4,000. Okay, speed brakes armed. Don't have the runway yet. All right, folks, I have the plane. Fukuoka Airport, JAL 305, approximately 5-mile final 434, Fukuoka.
2,500.
Spoilers armed. All right, flaps are full gear down. I don't like that, folks, that I don't really have an indication they're actually down in the cockpit. Again, I don't know how to tell. Signs on, cabins ready, gear down, flaps, and spoilers armed. Okay, on board, we're actually seeing that wind shift. We're now 275 at 10. Fukuoka Airport, 3-mile final 34. Pretty good visual approach. Follow that little river. Huh, sounds like another one we all love. Okay, a little high, stable, we'll be landing.
Hundred above.
Landing, stable.
400. 300.
Terrain.
Minimum 300.
Think rate.
200.
Think rate. Think rate. Think rate. Think rate. Think rate. Think rate.
190. 80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 10. 10.
Little idle reverse here, folks, and welcome to Fukuoka. Fukuoka Airport, JAL 305 Heavy, off the runway to the terminal. Okay. Unarmed spoilers. Apu.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you at our destination. The local weather is very nice. 10 degrees centigrade. The local time is 11:30 a.m. For your safety and comfort, we ask that you please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it is safe to move about. Please check around your... future. Have a nice day.
Oh, sorry for that cough, folks. I did not mean to cough in your ears. Dang, this cough. All right, we're into blocks. All right, folks, welcome to our destination. I hope you all enjoyed. The fans are on, the brakes look good. Great, we can turn that off. And let's shut this thing down, shall we? APU available. Okay. Let's come up here. And generator good. All right, that's gonna be a wrap, folks. We're on the APU. We're good. Welcome in, folks. Glad to have you here. Let's get the plane shut down. Hopefully I can get all of this done in before the commercial break. Ground services, equipment, chocks, air conditioning. And all right. Yeah, the jetways don't work. That's the only real thing I wish Flight Factor right now would fix. Now, I couldn't even come up with a list of all that I think is wrong with it, but may not be. But overall, great aircraft, can be a little cantankerous. Oh, yeah, that would have been nice. Terrain. Get our weather radars off, as well as hang on, go to standby, off, 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 off. Okay, I don't know if that's fully needed, but we went ahead, shut those systems all down. And we're unloading, folks. Welcome in. Glad you all are aboard, and glad to have had you here. All right, let's review real quick. Okay, the airline got us at 73 feet a minute. Not bad on an hour-and-a-half flight. Cool. And it is pending. Great. Elevatech, did I even... Well, anyway, they got us at 141 feet. I forgot. I thought I did. Hang on. No, I guess I did not. Dang it. All right, let's see here. So the official one we go with is Sim Toolkit, and they're never real forgiving with us. Just warn you ahead of time. As you can tell, 388 feet a minute. What? That wasn't that bad. It is what it is. But we got a pretty good landing speed on this one. So I really do like that. Overall, I think we had a good flight, folks. Hour and a half is what I do know it to be at. We'll get the full details here. Here come details. So you could see the flight there. You know, it's autopilot, folks. So what do you expect? Hour and 55 minutes in the air, 476 miles, 10,300 kilograms of fuel. Landed 1.28 on the G's at 388 feet a minute. Okay, welcome back, those of you still here and had to endure commercials possibly. You saw all of this, but basically the big number is 388. On Sim Toolkit, this is what we really go off. Now, the airline had us at 70-something feet a minute. I'll take it. I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. Let's be real. That's a greaser. There we go. So landed 2,400 feet down the runway. Yeah, kind of knew I was off the center. Tried as I might, but 10 feet. So overall, I'm going to call it a good flight. Well, good flight, great landing. And we're parked somewhere up in here. So really a neat little airport. I love flying into this, and it's neat that the A350 can fly a short run like this. You know, if you're looking for short runs with this plane, I'll give you two areas to look. Delta, Orlando to Atlanta, Atlanta to Detroit, Detroit over to Minneapolis. I don't know if there's one from Atlanta to Minneapolis. Real world. Okay, these are real world 350 flights that I do know for sure exist. And then, of course, you can always look to Japan. What we're going to do next out of here, I think, would be from Fukuoka to back to Tokyo, Haneda, and then I may try up to Chitose and see if there's a real one there. So, but you can find them for sure in Japan, the heavies. They fly so many people over here. It's ridiculous, but it's awesome at the same time. So, I hope you enjoyed. Unfortunately, the second flight planned for today, I am going to postpone at least for the short term. So we'll see how that, what happens and all with dinner. Because what it is Indianapolis up to Minneapolis. So we'll see if we can't get it in today. If not, we'll put it off for another day, maybe even next week. Next week is gonna even be more challenging on me. Folks, I know it's challenging for you, the weeks leading into Thanksgiving, and then from Thanksgiving to Christmas. All great times of the year. Love this time of the year. Wish it could be year round. And I know I'm getting hit with lettuce and tomato and onions. Keep the onions to yourself, please. No. But I flat out love Christmas. We can sit and argue the paganisms of it, but you know what? It's still the birth of Christ. That's all that matters. So I love it. If it gets too overwhelming with too many going to here, going to there, there's a great scheduling tool that not many people seem to understand actually exists. It's called the word no. And it can really lower your stress level by saying, no, I'm going to sit this one out and take a breather before I get back into the hustle and bustle. So don't forget that, folks. It is equally as important, your mental capacity through this. And I get it. The rushing around all the different parties, all the different family events can really tax a person pretty hard. So that's why I say use that scheduling tool, the word no. And just again, do not forget the reason for Christmas, the reason, as they say, for the season is Jesus Christ. For whomever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these, because I am going to the Father. That is our verse of the day. I hope you take it to heart. We're going to call it today, folks. A great flight. Saw some issues potentially, but thankfully none reared with the A350 like the unfortunate MD-11. Also, Beta 2's out. If you haven't fired up X-Plane 12, guess what? You're going to have an update. So for now, you all have a great, blessed day. Rest of your day, start of your day. Hope it goes well. God bless you all. Have a great rest of your Thursday into Friday.